How excited are you to be doing something like this, hanging out with the kids and kind of helping them grow in the game of basketball?
It's very exciting. First and foremost, just to be back on campus. I got back last night. It's kind of like unofficially the start of a new season. So just being back in Lexington and being back and meeting the new guys, it's a great feeling just to be started again. And then to be able to be out here and help the kids and work on their skills, it's fun for me because, I can remember me in that same position when I would go to camps and see college guys and, look up to those guys. So it's cool for me to be able to be in this position and to be able to help the kids.
How important is that NIL kind of opened up the door for things like this for the entire team to do it throughout the summer?
It's been huge. It's opened a lot of, obviously a lot of opportunities for everybody, but, I think a big thing that people don't see is, how much fun we have with it. It allows us to do things like this and come out and just have fun with the kids and, teach the kids things. It's just a fun way to do it, because then it can be ours. It can mean a little bit more. It doesn't have to be from the university. We can run it. I can come out here and have fun with them and play games with them. So, to me, it's not all about just making money. It's about giving back. And, this gives me an opportunity to do that.
What's your health situation right now? You're looking forward to getting back, being able to start the year. Where do you stand in all that?
I'm really happy where my health is. Obviously I've been a little banged up recently, but I've worked extremely hard all last season just to get my body in really good shape. My goal was to just I was a little bit overweight, and my goal was to just get as thin and lean as possible, and I think I've done a good job of that. This summer I'll try to bulk up and add some more muscle, but my hamstring feels really good, my body feels really good. I'll be working out with the team this summer, doing everything with the team this summer in preparation to play this season. So, I'm feeling good and I'm excited.
What was last season like? I know it was hard. It's also probably just kind of bizarre to be a part of the UK program, being that close to everything. What was it like?
It was a tough year for me just because, coming in as a transfer, you feel like when you get there, you gotta make a mark right when you get there. And I had the surgery on my leg, so I got off to a slow start there. And then when I got back from my leg surgery, it was, I only have a couple weeks of practice before the season starts, so I really gotta pick it up here. So honestly, it isn't a blessing in disguise because you never want to be out the entire season, but this really has been a great opportunity for me to get my feet wet. I know what Coach Kyle likes. I know what he runs. I'm familiar with the program. So, it's been good for me.
Have you been cleared, to do 5-on-5, and what will you be allowed to do once those kind of open runs start to ramp up this summer?
Yeah, so the next steps for me, I've been medically cleared. I can do anything in the weight room. I'm running, I'm jogging, I'm doing agility stuff, I'm doing individual workouts. But with me just being back on campus, I got some testing I have to do within the next week or so, and that'll be the decider if I can get back up there and do 5-on-5. And the way I feel, I think those numbers are going to be pretty good, and I think I'll be okay. So I would say in the next couple weeks, I'll be good to go. And we don't start anyways till next week, so I'll be right there with the other guys.
And a strength and condition.
About this team, Shaden was yesterday, just about this group you're going to get to play with.
I'm really excited. Obviously, I'll be able to play this season, so I'm really excited for that. But I think we have a great balance. Some older guys. Obviously, when you have Oscar and Xavier coming back, that's going to help the team out in a lot of ways, and Jacob. And then you got a guy like Damian who showed glimpses and can make a huge jump. With his size and his length. And then you got a lot of young guys, Case and Chris, Abdul. Guys that are hungry. I think that's the one thing about this team that you'll see this year. It's a lot of guys with, that kind of like that dog attitude. I think we got a lot of dogs this year. That just are hungry and want to win. And that's kind of what I'm like. So I'm excited to get after it.
You came from success.
All right, huddle up.
What was
Huddle up.
at being in a place like
Huddle
Kentucky,
up.
which is different from
Give them a
most
couple
of
reminders, coaches. Huddle up.
basketball? What was it like being around that program?
All right, hands up. Go Cats on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Obviously, there's differences to
And
every
rotate.
program. You know, University of Iowa, I had a great experience there, and then they did things the right way. But just here is a little different. You know, the fans are obviously a little different, and you know, the thing I love about Kentucky is, you know, Coach Cal sets a standard, and he's not gonna let anyone not be great. You know, we're pushed really, really hard here. You know, a lot of people don't see the work that we put in the off season in the summer. In my eyes, you know, I've been at other programs. You know, this is definitely a program. As a team, I don't think anyone works harder than we do in the off season. You know, we really get after it. We're in that gym a lot, and obviously with the hours with the coaches, it's not just with the coaches. You know, we're in there with ourselves, pushing each other. But I would say that's the main difference. You know, we really get after it and work hard.
CJ, last year, Kellen brought such a different dynamic with his sharpshooting ability from outside. I know you guys are different players, but do you look to have kind of a similar type of impact on the offense when you're fully healthy and ready to go?
Yeah, you know, I think that's something that Coach and I have talked about, kind of me filling in that role of what Kellen was like, being able to space the floor, knock down shots. You know, we run a little bit of floppy action, you know, being able to come off those down screens. But yeah, I think I would see myself doing a lot of what Kellen did. And like you said, we're different, but I think that'll be kind of the role that I'll be in.
And when you got to kind of sit back and watch last year, what were some things about the offense that you noticed that you could really thrive in with your skill set outside of just the shooting thing?
Honestly, you know, it was funny. A lot of the games I was sitting next to Riley Welsh, who's a GA, and, you know, we would sit and analytically look at the game a little differently. I'm an older guy now, so I try to learn the game any different ways I can, but I was just amazed in the SEC, like how many open shots I can get. It seems like even Kellen would make some games where he'd hit 6-7 threes, and they're still, you know, having to space off him a little bit. So that was something that lit up my eyes. You know, it looked like I'll be able to, with playmakers that we have, that I could really get some open looks. And that's something that really stood out to me and was exciting to me. And then we do run, like I said, those floppy actions and down screens, and that's kind of what I thrive in. Just misdirection type stuff. You know, if I just getting my defender off me a little bit and having a big body like Oscar setting the screen, I think that'll really help me a lot. But having playmakers like Kaysen, Xavier, those guys that can really create some open shots, and the way that some teams in the SEC defend, I think it'll really benefit me and be able to help the team out a lot.
Cool. That was good.